All right, folks, this is new stuff for Wednesday, April 8th. This deals with the sum of a convergent geometric series. And a series, just first off, a series is convergent if the ratio between the successive numbers is less than 1 or greater than -1. Okay, so for this particular sequence here, these numbers are eventually going to get very, very close to 0. They're just going to keep on getting smaller and smaller, which tells us that this, if I were to add up all of these numbers, they're going to have a finite sum. Whereas if you had a sequence that was divergent, for example, let's say we had like 5 and then 10 and then 20 and then 40 and then 80. In this sequence, we have a ratio of 2, and what's going to happen is these numbers are just going to grow without bounds. This thing is going to go to infinity. It's never going to have a limit to it. All right? And you could also go in the opposite direction. You could go into negatives as well. Okay? So what we're going to deal with, though, is convergence. So these are going to converge on a certain total. And what you have to do is you simply have to find the ratio, because for our examples we're given the first term. So we're going to take the first term and simply divide it by 1 minus the ratio. So as we have in the past, we take the second and we divide it by the first. So in this one you would have -1/5 divided by 4/5. We would get that. And then to confirm, we would take the third term, which is 1/20th, and divide it by -1/5. Okay? Probably want to get your calculator out for these. So this one is -1/4, which, is also -0.25. And likewise, this one is also -1/4, which is the same as -0.25. So each term is only a quarter of the previous term, which indicates to us that this is going to have a convergent sum. It's going to travel towards one number. And now we have everything that we need to solve for that value. So you take the first term, which is 4/5, and then we do 1 minus, and this is where you got to watch your double negative stuff, 1 minus a -1/4. So then that would be 4/5 divided by 125. And you want to use your calculator unless you are a mental genius. And that convergent series would add up to just 0.64. Okay? Please let me know if you have any questions on this, guys. All of these on here are convergent, so you won't run into any that are divergent.